Hello, and welcome to Cat Luna Tarot. I'm just clearing the energies here. So good to see you all today. Well, yeah, I do premieres, so sometimes I do see you guys in the live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and start by taking a deep collective breath in. Hold for a few seconds, and then out for 4 seconds. All right, you guys can do that a few times if you would like to. Deep breath in, hold for a few seconds, and out for 4 seconds. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about what is it that you are not seeing? What is Spirit trying to tell you that you're not aware of? Okay, so this is really going to be about getting in touch with Spirit. What is it? Sometimes Spirit tries to give us these messages. Sometimes we wake up at weird hours of the night, 3 a.m. I always recommend that you meditate or clear your mind or see what the message is that Spirit is trying to communicate to you during those times, those weird hours of the night. It's weird how Spirit works, but sometimes that's like when the freeways are clear, you know, there's not so much of a traffic jam of all these thoughts going on, you know, during waking hours, because everyone's thoughts are energy. So yeah, what is Spirit trying to tell you that you're not aware of? So pile 1 here, we've got the stone and we've got this labradorite crescent moon. Pile 2, the medallion and black tourmaline over here. Pile 3, the vow, and we've got orange calcite. Along with that, I went ahead and pre-selected your cards today, but I didn't look at any of them, so we will look at those together. So go ahead and take your time to select a pile. Pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in your timestamp down below. All right, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. What is it that Spirit is trying to tell you right now that you are unaware of? Okay, it's interesting. We've got this labradorite stone and the stone here starting us off. So right away with the stone, I think of maybe someone who is stuck or not in movement or not in the flow of things. I can feel stuck energy or heaviness with the stone. Labradorite is a stone. Awesome. Also, labradorite has all these like rainbow reflections in it, and so does this stone that's pictured here. So labradorite is known for, or what I use it for, is it absorbs a lot of negative energy. Like when you have heavy emotions, you can hold on to a piece of labradorite and it will absorb some of those heavy or negative emotions. So it feels straight away like there needs to be some sort of energetic clearing of some kind with the energy here. And this is all about what are you not seeing. And if you look really close, there is an eye or an iris right there in the middle of this stone. And this card is, this archetype card is all about how stones are eternal. They help us balance. They have this earth energy to it, but also has this psychic energy. The stones are long lasting and are really slow to change. So there's something really really deep and psychic about this card. We also use stones a lot in spirituality to, yeah, balance our energy. Exactly how I said a little earlier, you can use labradorite to kind of absorb negative energy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the rest of the cards here. That's what I'm getting from the stone. I want to put that right in the center there. Okay, so we've got rituals here. This is the self-care wisdom cards. It says, steady yourself with simple rituals, do the dishes, fold laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea, let wisdom sneak up on you. Very interesting. So, I mean, with just these two cards that came out to start us off, it's kind of giving me the feeling that you may be stuck in some area of your life, and maybe something that can get you unstuck, or you should, maybe just like look at what your daily ritual is. How do you start your day every day? Do you do something really productive? Even here, it's like water the plants, make a cup of tea. It could be really like healthy things, like go on a walk. Yeah, I want to see what else is coming out in the reading. It says, freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yeah, there could be a message here about your routine. Maybe you are stuck in a negative energy or an unhappy feeling, negative cycle. Let's see. What do I want to do first? Let's see your tarot cards. We've got the King of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and we've got one more oracle card here. How do I want to place this? Restlessness. Very interesting. We have this stone and restlessness, and I definitely do feel that restless energy in the tarot cards here. So let me actually read the definition of this card. This is from the Iris Oracle deck. I'm not 100% familiar with all the definitions yet, but I've been loving this deck so far. So it says 73, restlessness. How do the hours, minutes, seconds pass? Watching, crawling inside, waiting for something to happen, waiting for a change. Pent-up energy has been working your mind hard. It's hard to leave a state of restlessness. Maybe you just need to go through it. You won't be here forever. Wow. It looks like what you guys really want here is more freedom. Okay, it feels like that's what you're restless for. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. Like, you want the freedom for change. For some, I'm hearing the freedom within your career, like the freedom to do what it is that you want to really do or focus on. But maybe for some of you, you feel stuck doing something because you have to. So there's a bit of restless energy here, and that is really reflected in the cards as well. I feel that, especially in these Wands cards. And yeah, with the King of Swords as well. It feels like this King of Swords person is kind of doing the most. Juggling everything, juggling all these swords. Lots of masculine energy here. Yeah, paired with freedom and restlessness. And look at this one here. It's like steady yourself. Kind of this message of slow down a bit is coming through here. So the King of Swords has a lot of respect, a lot of intelligence. King of Swords, Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands. Don't panic here. It feels like you have a lot of goals. Like you're trying to get yourself in alignment, multiple goals here. Yeah, it feels like your energy may be all over the place, and the message that you're not seeing is Spirit wants you to steady yourself, to get a routine, to write things down. Maybe you don't need to accomplish all these goals all at once. It's interesting, this dichotomy, these two different energies of like restlessness and then the stone. So it's kind of like you want to move forward, but you feel stuck. You want this freedom. You want everything at once. But you have to crawl before you can walk. Like it's that kind of energy. Like you have to, slow down a bit. I think that's what Spirit is saying that you are not seeing. I think that's the main theme of your message here is, you have a lot of goals, and that's great. These are actually great cards. I do see you getting to this freedom here, and it's giving me the feeling of finances, work for a lot of people. Maybe in terms of love interests, if that's something that's heavy on your mind, it is giving me the feeling of somebody who is single. So this may apply to you if that I'm seeing a clock here. Like it feels like someone who is single, who feels like they are running out of time, or they're really looking to go after all their goals quickly. And it feels like you are pushing against the clock or racing against the clock here. I think the message here that you're not seeing is you can enjoy some time in this freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. And there's also no really rush or race here. That this is, it's giving me like swords energy, like it's an illusion. It's all in your mind. It's kind of what it feels like. So I think there's a strong message here to slow down. And as I was saying in the beginning, Spirit sometimes tries to send us messages when we, like at weird times in the night, when we're getting ready to go to sleep. I do see like somebody laying down here. But I feel like you may be so restless that you may be like in your head a lot, overthinking things, and Spirit wants you to slow down. That's a huge message coming in, probably so Spirit can communicate with you easier, because the stone here has a lot of that psychic energy we were talking about earlier. So I would really take some time here, pile one, to meditate, journal, even keep a dream journal. You don't have to do all these things, but if you're called to do any of them, I think that's a good recommendation here. Let's see, any other messages here for pile one, Spirit, that you want us to know? Any other additional messages? Ooh, okay. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my God. This is crazy. And we've got the Four of Wands. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here is the Two of Wands. Okay, I'll just pull that out. So let's see. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I'm doing them kind of out of order. So the Knight of Pentacles, all about slowing down, having a ritual, a routine, working towards your goals, but in that way of like you're not really worried about doing things quickly. You're in it for the long haul, is what it feels like. And while there's so much masculine energy here in these cards, so many wands, so much air, I think that's just a big message there, is to slow down. And yeah, just the message like you don't have to I'm hearing that song, Feeling Groovy, or I think it's called the 59th Street Bridge song by Simon and Garfunkel. It's like, slow down, you move too fast. Okay, I don't have to actually sing. You got to make the morning last. Yeah, if you feel called to, you can look up that song. It's by Simon and Garfunkel. But yeah, that's such a huge message here, is to slow down. Slow down a bit. I feel like that's going to lead you here towards stability. Feels like that's where you're being led to, like you're being led and directed somewhere. Spirit is, yeah, trying to lead you towards this happiness, this celebration. Four of Wands can even be a soulmate or love interest. And yeah, Spirit really wants to lead you down the right path, but they're like, please, can you shut off your mind at a certain point of the day, certain time of the day, so we can actually have this clear communication with you. So that's what's coming in for you, pile one. I feel like if you really do silence your mind a bit, you are going to get some messages that are more specific to whatever it is that Spirit is leading you, because it feels like you are kind of like embarking on something important, either something new or some like a new chapter within your career. Yeah, it feels like you're being led to stability, so that could be relationship stability or financial stability. So Spirit wants you to calm down and not be so restless. Okay, so those are the messages that I have for you today, pile one. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. All right, pile number two. What is Spirit trying to tell you that you're not aware of? What is it that you're not seeing right now? So your card here is the medallion. We also got black tourmaline here. Black tourmaline is really great for clearing energy. All stones hold on to energy, can hold on to negative energy, except for black tourmaline or selenite or salt is the same way. So it's very interesting how that works. And we've got the card here, the medallion. So this is all about how materials can hold energy. So yeah, interesting that two different meanings there. Like the medallion, this does hold on to energy, can hold on to emotions. You know, if we pass down, you can pass down relics, or what's the word I'm looking for? Family heirlooms. You can pass those down, and that can have great emotional value, meaning. Yeah, we can be very connected to our material things. And it's interesting that black tourmaline is paired with it. And this is the opposite, that black tourmaline doesn't hold on to any energy. So this card is interesting. It says how so sometimes these gifts are passed down within our family, yet these gifts are bestowed upon us. It is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held onto for years that you are ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. Whoa, for some people, I am seeing you guys maybe take on something like minimalism for the year. Like this could be, I think, taken literally for some people, where the message may have something to do with you cleaning out your home or cleaning out just things you may not need to hold on to anymore. You know, you can be making your home more feng shui. And for the metaphorical meaning, I see you more as clearing yourself energetically. What are you holding on to energetically that maybe needs to be released? Because there is a release here. This hand is like let go, kind of letting go of something. It's like, where do you need to release things and realign your values? Where can, you know, because I think that could be taken literally, like when you would take on something like minimalism, or even that Marie Kondo method, where it's like you get rid of things, but it's like you keep the things that give you the most joy. So that's where you can kind of realign your values there. So I'm excited to get into the cards here to see what the messages are. Because yeah, I'm kind of getting two different messages. Like for one hand, I feel like that can be taken literally, like we're literally talking about material things here. And for other people, I think that's going to be a metaphor for what we're dealing with energetically speaking. So for your oracle cards, we've got action. And it says, baby steps are still steps and they're better than standing still. Okay, so let's push that up there a bit. And we've got here friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, with your tarot, we've got Ace of Materials, Muse of Inspiration, and Four of Materials. Okay, so I'm trying to place everything. And one more card here, we've got your light, which is very interesting. Number 51. Also seeing that light like coming out of that card here. So I'm going to go ahead and read this card before we get into the full reading here. And this is from the Iris Oracle deck, which I believe is only available on Etsy. Of course, I am a fan of, because that's where I post my readings for sale, on Etsy. All right, so you guys can check that out at Etsy. It's like .com/shop/CatLunaTarot. It's also in the description box. So number 51, your light. It says here, little light or wildfire. Your light is your way to navigate the world around you. We bring a new perspective into this life. Your light illuminates in a particular way that is unique to you. Remember that it is there for you in the gloomiest nights. Your flame can at least help you find the next door, the next step, or thaw your hands touched by the coldness of the frigid winter air. Interesting that it says the next step, right? Where does it say that? The next door, the next step. This light can help you get to the next step. And here it says, baby steps are still steps and they're better than standing still. Ace of Materials is all about something new, a new opportunity. We've got the Ace of Materials and the Four of Materials here. This is a very interesting reading here, because I feel like people are going to be after different things. in this reading. For some people, it's going to have a lot to do with money, material possessions, and for other people, that's going to be more of a metaphor here. Ace of materials, Four of materials. So for those that are asking about money, it does feel like you are in need of some stability. Like Spirit is trying to guide you or show you the way towards stability. It feels like you, with the King of Wands here, the Muse of Inspiration is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who is that leader. I'm also seeing that here with this fire. You are more of a leader, a visionary, where maybe you need help. You need other people to carry out your plans or help you out with those. Or maybe you just need to take small steps at a time. It's almost like, well, it could be any fire energy, but almost like Sagittarius energy can sometimes, they think so big. Like they think about the whole big picture, and sometimes it limits them because they're unable to take that first small step, the small action. So that's what it feels like here. You know, you may not have Sagittarius energy, but that could be something. Just a message here that maybe you have a lot of really, really big plans or goals or something to accomplish. It feels like it has to do with money for a lot of people with those materials cards coming through. But it feels like maybe you can't implement them because maybe that's just not what you're good at. Maybe you do need help with the smaller stuff, or maybe you just need to focus on, you know, the smaller steps, one step at a time. Feels like the pile of somebody who is a dreamer, who has just really, really good ideas, but maybe doesn't see enough of those ideas come to light or come to fruition. And Spirit maybe wants you to focus on the material side of things, the logical and practical side of things. And if you're after, you know, like starting a business or something, because like you've got a lot of creativity here, there's a lot of that leadership mind or that boss energy here. And if you are looking to start a business, Spirit is like trying to take you back down to that first step. Like worry about one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Spirit's also encouraging you to take action on whatever it is that these creative ideas are. Because it feels like you do have, sorry, I'm trying to put that back. It does feel like you do have a lot of creativity. Yeah, and you're coming through as a King of Wands. So that is significant for me, saying that, yeah, you have a lot of light to give. You have a lot of fire energy here. The medallion and friendship. I'm so drawn to these two together. It's almost like there's two strong messages here. For some people, because I was saying like this could be some kind of energy that you need to let go of. So I want to pull some more cards here to see why this friendship is here, because I'm drawn to those too. So it almost feels like for some people there's some friends that maybe you are holding on to that maybe you do need to let go of. So I do want to see, it's next to this Four of Materials, which can be about just holding on to things, keeping them close to us. So I want to grab some more cards here to see what this friendship card is all about. Okay, Spirit, what's the message here? Oops. Okay, what's the message here with this friendship card? Five of Emotions. Four of Voices at the bottom of the deck. Five of Emotions is about being really sad about something, looking at things from the negative perspective or the pessimistic perspective. She also has a tear rolling down her cheek in this. You probably can't see it, it's very small. 20, Awakening. 16, the Tower. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Lovers and Knight of Emotions. It is giving me the feeling of a... Let's see, I want to focus on these cards here. Because it is giving me the feeling of a breakup here. This Tower moment that's going on. 20, Awakening, Judgment. 5 of Emotions feels like something that will really be devastating. That's what it feels like. So only take this if it resonates, because it feels like the Tower is all about removing what was not working, what was, a foundation that was not stable to begin with. And the Tower removes that. It feels like a rug is being pulled out from under us. With Awakening here, it's saying that this is meant for a reason. So if this is something that happens, if you have a long time friend that maybe falls away, or maybe just your group of friends change in the next this year or this next upcoming energetic cycle, however you want to put it, Spirit is saying yes, it's going to be very heavy and emotional, but there's usually 2 cups upright in the 5 of Cups. 3 of them are knocked over, but 2 are upright. So there's a silver lining, or there's a reason for it happening, right? It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So I feel like this can have to do with any kind of significant relationship. It doesn't have to literally be a friend, but it can also be just difficulties within a relationship here. I do see a recovery, Knight of Emotions, and the Lovers. So for most people, I do see hardships, or this could be something that has already happened, to be honest. You will know if this has already happened. I do see somebody coming forward with an apology. I do see you guys coming back as equals here. For other people, there is going to be just an upgrade. It could be an upgrade within your friendship, or there's just this upgrade within yourself of having more self-love, just feeling more in alignment with yourself, self-forgiveness. It feels like Spirit is encouraging you to let go of whatever it is that is no longer in alignment with you. And that's what Spirit is trying to tell you, that you're not aware of. That it's safe to let go of what is not working. It's safe to let go of people, places, things, jobs. If whatever is no longer serving you, it's safe to let go of those. And I'm seeing a really beautiful outcome here with the Knight of Emotions and the Lovers. It does feel like you are, if you felt like you were in kind of stuck energy, feels like Spirit is guiding you out of it. Yeah, like you are being given a light to follow, and you have very powerful energy here. With all this fire energy, it does feel like you are a powerful manifester. 6 is coming through. 2's 4. Yeah, you got a lot of numbers coming through. But yeah, you've got very powerful energy. You could be going through a spiritual awakening. So yeah, it could feel like friends or people are falling away. Maybe relationships are changing. It feels like whatever is going on here, though, is happening for your highest good, is what it feels like. So yeah, those are the messages that I'm getting here for you, pile 2. Just please take whatever resonates. If this reading did resonate with you, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you could do that in my Etsy shop. That will be in the description box down below. And if you guys are not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. I put out new videos every week and I do live readings on the weekends. So thanks again so much for tuning in today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is all about what you're not seeing and what is Spirit trying to tell you that you're not aware of. So to start us off here, we've got the vow, the promise, the oath, the contract. Our words and intentions have immense power. Okay, actually, I feel called to read this one. So sorry if it's super boring when I read, but it's not that long. So let me see. And this is from the Wild Unknown Archetypes guidebook. So I will link all the decks I use today down below. And it says, well, I won't link them, but I'll list them. Okay, I'll list them down below. So it says, when the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Pile 3, that last sentence is hitting hard for me. So is the word unconsciously. I'm going to reread the last couple sentences. The vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either, I didn't read the whole thing. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. And I'm even reminded of pile 1. Earlier, we had a card that said rituals. And it said here, steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea. Let wisdom sneak up on you. So yeah, I was reminded of that when it said to pay attention to our rituals. And there's just such a message to pay attention to the subconscious rituals, the subconscious vows we've made to ourselves. You know, what are you doing? What are you doing every day that is not adding to your growth, that is working against you? How are you sabotaging yourself? What are you doing that you're unconsciously aware of? Those are some of the messages coming through. Let's get into your cards, pile 3. So we've got security over here. Time, space, energy, personal power, love. It says, true security comes from having a reserve of time, space, energy, personal power, and love. Make deposits in all of these accounts and you'll be a wealthy person indeed. So it feels like maybe some of these rituals have to do with this. Maybe you are not giving yourself enough time to yourself. Let's just see what the other cards have to say before we get into the whole reading. It says change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay, we've got 3 cards here. Page of Swords. Actually, I think 4 cards came out for your reading. 6 of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. 8 of Wands, and we got the one who hides the sun, number 8. So weird. I'm putting it over this like bright sunny card here, the Vow. Okay, it is giving me the feeling like something may be draining your energy, or it feels like something is maybe unfair. Here, 6 of Pentacles next to the 9 of Wands. It feels like something maybe is unfairly draining your negative energy. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Interesting how we have this 8 of Wands right over it. This 8 of Wands is all about movement, change, growth, moving forward. And some of the Wands energy can be pretty difficult, like 9 of Wands can be difficult, 7 of Wands can be difficult, 8 of Wands I see as like moving out of it. I do want to read this one here. This is also number 8, the one who hides the sun. Okay, let's see. And this is from the Iris Oracle deck. Says here, mischievous little thing, look at what has happened here. Is someone blocking your sun? Why would they do that? Was there not enough sun to share? Some people feel that if they share or give to others, they will suffer a loss. But what they have done is created loss and loneliness. If you are living in a shadow, have trust that you will be reunited with the light. Okay, it is giving me the feeling of someone here, pile 3, is maybe not giving you what you need. Like in a relationship, I can see that as people with two different ways of showing love, 2 different love languages. It could almost feel like this could be for friendships even. It feels like someone is draining you. Also could be work for sure. It could be that your career, something is sucking the life out of you or draining you in some way, or someone is unfair to you. So with friendships, it kind of feels like that friend who always takes and never gives emotionally. You know, like it's always about their problems and they require you to listen, but then when it's time for you to have someone to rely on, they're not there. It's kind of that feeling. And so that can go in your relationships or even with your work. So it's the feeling of, yeah, your needs are not getting met. Either you're putting too much time in and you're not getting paid enough, or there's something going on where you're just not treated fairly at this time. It does feel like a change needs to happen here. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So whatever is taking your energy, whoever is being unfair to you, whether this is a job or a person, I feel like a change needs to take place. And it feels like Spirit wants to give you new ideas here. Like Spirit wants to come in with this information for you. And it feels like that is what's going to be coming your way. True security comes from having a reserve of time, space, energy, personal power. It does feel like you need to protect your energy here. So, And this could even, I am seeing like literal money here. So if this has to do with your work, I feel like for some of you, there's going to be some type of change. Either it's a change in your job, a change in, and if it has to do with relationships or people, it doesn't necessarily mean a breakup, but maybe what needs to happen is communication. If you're feeling like there are things that are going kind of unfair, if you're with a friend that treats you unfairly, remember, you might be in an unconscious vow with that person. If this person always can rely on you to listen to them no matter what, and they never listen to you or show up for you no matter what, you kind of made an unconscious agreement just by your actions, just by the way you show up. You made an unconscious agreement with them. So if you're being treated unfairly during this time, if someone's taking from you and not giving anything back to you, it's time for a change. It's time for a change here. And that's really what I'm seeing here for you. Pile number 3. Oh my God, I hope you can't hear the gardeners too badly. They're really loud right now. But the mic is actually pretty good at not picking everything up. So I really hope that was helpful in some way. I feel like there's more information here. Like, let's see. What else do you want to say for pile 3, Spirit? What else does pile 3 need to know? Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Hermit coming through. Knight of Swords. So it does feel like this Knight of Swords here is walking away, stepping out, stepping away from something. Even with the 6 of Cups, like, this is all about giving. It's about nostalgia. It's about, like, it's a really fun card. Usually in this one, there's a kite flying away or moving away from something. I feel like if that does apply to you, if you do need to make a big change or walk away from someone or something, you already know that. Like, you already feel that hitting a note, you already feel like you've been getting that intuitive vibe already. So it's not to tell you anything that you don't know about. The one who hides the sun. Yeah, it's like maybe you may not be experiencing your full potential for happiness right now. You might be in some of that hermit mode where you block out the sun, like, on your own free will a little bit. So I think Spirit wants to just bring awareness here. Where are you? Who is draining your energy? What is draining your energy? And how is your energy being drained? Is it from your own routines? Is it from lack of having a good routine? Is it from any person, place, or thing that's draining your energy specifically? Is it your own actions? Spirit wants you to pay attention to that. Spirit wants you to bring those things to your attention so that you can make positive changes here. And that's what I see here. Ending your reading with a change and the 8 of Wands. It feels like those are coming your way. I do see like you are going to evolve. So invite that movement in. I think that's the first step here is it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. It feels like this just realizing areas that you need to change is the first step. And those changes are going to happen one step at a time. And yeah, there's many different cards here that I am reminded of in the other readings. So you may also be drawn to pile piles 1 and 2 today as well, so I encourage you to check those out if you feel called to. But those are the messages that I'm getting for you today. Pile 3, Spirit really wants you to be aware. Be aware of your routines, be aware of how you feel. Yeah, that's the first step here, is awareness, and then be open to changing for the better. This is all for your highest good here. So those are the messages that I'm getting here for you, pile 3. If you picked this and you resonated with this reading, please leave me a comment down below letting me know which piles you picked. I love to read your comments. Also, if you do resonate with my readings, please do consider becoming a subscriber. I would absolutely love to have you here. I post new pick a card readings every week, and I go live on the weekends, and I answer your questions one-on-one. It's really awesome in my free live tarot readings. Also, if you guys do want to book a personal reading with me, you could do that in my Etsy shop, and that will be at the very end of the description box down below. Thanks again for being here today at pile 3, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.